Hello, viewers. I welcome you to today's edition of our viewing section on the Health Center with Ozion at Kunye. I am your regular host and anchor on this program, Ozion the Expressionist, Akobe Jericho Ozion. Today, I bring you the topic eczema. Yes, we have treated this topic sometime, but that was at Ozion Flames profile. This time, on Kunye, we have enhanced it with some other aspects of the teachings that mean you may not have found on the other video. And those are important in explaining and understanding eczema to anyone who truly wants to know what this disease is, why it happens, what could be done to prevent it, its complications, and other things that you would know. The rest of the things that may not be there, you could find in my written articles. But for now, let's understand what eczema is. It is a condition of oversensitivity of a person's immunity. Yeah, some people explain it as autoimmune, but that's not autoimmune. It behaves like an autoimmune disease, but it is not so. Eczema is the oversensitivity of a person's immunity. When the immune of a person makes the person to be vulnerable to infections by causing it inflammations due to some triggers, environmental and other factors. Yes, it comes and presents on the bodies with symptoms of itching, inflammation, redness. And when someone who has this begins to scratch this, it often begins to cause pains and as well as open the skin such that it will expose you to different kinds of infection, and that would become a very big complications. So, who suffers this disease? Anyone at any age could suffer eczema. And there are different types of this eczema. Another name for this eczema is called atopic dermatitis. And they equally manifest different ways. Different types of it are known at different places. There are contact dermatitis. There is the dysroic eczema, nummular eczema, seborrheic eczema, and so on. But specifically here, what we are discussing is the atopic dermatitis because it happens on the skin and manifests in the way that the explanations are given here is. This disease often is seen and felt by people who do not have the knowledge of it as being contagious, but that's not it. And as such, many individuals, especially children who suffer from this, are often treated like outcasts, punished, scolded, and even beaten by some people in some cultures, thinking or believing that they are dirty. And that's why they are causing themselves to have such kind of conditions. No, that's the problem of deficiency of knowledge, the problem of ignorance. They didn't cause that. It's their immunity, which often comes from your gene. Yes. What do you mean by gene? From the familiar history. Because there are certain risk factors. If it is in your family, it is possible that you would have it. There is the potency, there is uh, the, the, the propensity that you would have it. Then, people who have certain autoimmune conditions can equally have that eczema symptoms. Like People equally have some allergic diseases like asthma, allergic rhinitis, hay fever, and certain other allergy conditions often present symptoms of, not all, present symptoms of eczema, like mentioned before. So, when eczema begins to manifest in such a way that it shows on the body with certain kind of ugly sides, it's called flare-ups, which often comes with infections and other conditions. These are called often caused by triggers. Triggers like environmental triggers. There are environmental triggers. There are certain things like in the environmental triggers, like the allergens, pollens. There are equally things like when one using soaps like or cosmetics that are very um, strong. Some say medicated soap. It causes triggers on these people's skin, and the manifestations of these symptoms will begin to show up. And those should be avoided when you notice that if it hasn't been diagnosed and is shown, then that should be stopped. To some people, it's even food they eat. Pear nut. I mean the pear nut, yeah, peanuts, milk, dairies, even tomatoes, and some other foods that you might identify on the specific individuals who suffer from this. Those should be withdrawn from these people to be able to manage the condition. Eczema is not curable, but it is treatable. What do I mean? It's a chronic disease that will happen over time in your life history. But it does not mean that the symptom will always be there. Because if it is well managed, those will not just be there. If it is well managed, then you will live with it without any kind of exacerbations, provided you avoid those triggers that could cause you certain kind of flare-ups. To some individuals who manage it very well, they avoid certain foods, they avoid the triggers, environmental. Even it could be pets, their pets that cause them such. Could be those things mentioned and the rest of the things you could see on the screen here. So if you manage those, you still live without anyone know or seeing those symptoms on your body. So what do we do if you are already having the symptoms and if you want to be preventing it? Certain things has to be done by individuals. One is that understanding that this happens on the skin, the itching is what must be prevented from scratching. When you're having certain itching, don't scratch your skin. Don't allow that child who has started experiencing the symptoms to scratch your skin. All you need to do is to apply moisturizing cream, especially petroleum jelly. Petroleum jelly could be what you call Vaseline or related cream. Always hydrate the child or the person needs to be drinking water all the time to be hydrated. And once you're out of the bathroom, ensure you begin to rub this jelly so that they will coat up the skin to help you become more protected. As well, individuals suffering from this disease should as well be able to wear clothes that are loose and most especially cottons, not wools, and natural fabrics. Don't put on wools, for those could easily irritate your skin and become triggers. So those should be avoided. What else? If environment where you are is too dry and affects your skin too, those could equally be ameliorated and better managed by humidifying the environment. So humidifier in the house can equally help this individual. Ointments, when this, there are some kind of ointments that could help individuals using this to manage their skin. Another thing that has been discovered scientifically by research is that these individuals are often deficient of zinc and vitamin D and A. Vitamin D should be a supplement, should be encouraged, in people who have this condition, as well as zinc and vitamin A. But then, while taking those supplements, ensure that after some time you check the level of them in your body so that you don't have excess of vitamin D or calcium, which it absorbs, or even excess of zinc. For those will have their own effects. So the one thing is that the triggers are often more when there is deficiency of this, because vitamin D basically is a very good vitamin that helps in immunity as well as zinc and A of the skin. So these and several other ways to manage these things exist. But basically, with this information, we need to know the basic things that we have to. For these individuals, do not use, some people may not need very hot water. So and the other, just look at the list on the screen and be able to know, as well as relate with these individuals with love, care, and do not ostracize them or make them feel that they are the cause of their diseases. They are not. Educate them and enlighten them to be able to find ways of living better with eczema. Learn today. Listen. Eczema is not contagious. Relate with these individuals with love. Let them know that you, I, them are one, and the disease that they find themselves could have been transmitted genetically, familiarly from their family, and as well due to the environment, and as well because of that immune, weakened the immune, not really weakened the immune system, oversensitive immune system, they suffer from this. So help someone, even if you do not have diseases. For health is wealth. And here at the Health Center with those young, we give you everything to help someone or yourself about health. Continue watching us, and please ensure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and ensure that you keep with us at Kumie.